Easy now, little one. It's all right. Stay close to me.
Get it covered, keep the streams focused.
The story begins in the 13th century across the vast plains of Central Asia. The mighty armies of Genghis Khan had swept across the continent like a storm, destroying cities, toppling empires, and leaving chaos in their wake. Amid this turmoil, a small tribe of Uz Turks, known as the Kayyi tribe, was fighting for its very survival. Their leader was Ertugrul, son of Suleiman Shah, a brave warrior, a wise leader, and a devout Muslim. With nearly 400 families, Ertugrul set out in search of a new homeland, a land where his people could live in peace and preserve their faith and traditions. According to a famous account, while traveling through Anatolia, modern-day Turkey, Ertugrul saw two armies clashing in the distance. One army was large and powerful, clearly close to victory. The other was small and struggling, on the brink of defeat. Ertugrul paused for a moment, but his sense of honor did not allow him to stand by while the weak were crushed. He commanded his warriors to charge into battle and aid the losing side, no matter the cost. The sudden arrival of Ertugrul's horsemen turned the tide of battle. The smaller army achieved a stunning victory, and its commander personally came to thank Ertugrul. That commander was none other than Sultan Alauddin Qaybubad I, the powerful ruler of the Seljuk Empire of Rum. Deeply impressed by Ertugrul's selfless courage, the Sultan granted the Kayyi tribe fertile lands near the Byzantine border, a region known as Soyut. But this was more than just land. It was a great responsibility. Ertugrul was now tasked not only with protecting his tribe, but also with defending the Seljuk frontier from Byzantine attacks. In Soyut, Ertugrul established a society based on justice, peace, and Islamic values. He united neighboring Turkic tribes and began waging jihad against the Byzantines, capturing several small fortresses and gradually expanding his domain. For nearly 50 years, Ertugrul Gazi led his people with wisdom and faith. More than a warrior, he was a visionary, a man who won hearts not with his sword, but with his character and sense of justice. He raised his three sons, Gunduz, Savci, and Osman, with strong Islamic values and the spirit of courage. It is said that in his old age, his youngest son Osman had a dream. From Osman's chest grew a mighty tree whose branches spread across the world, and from its roots flowed 4 great rivers. When Osman shared this dream with the respected Sufi Sheikh Edibeli, The sheikh interpreted it as a divine sign that Osman would one day found a great empire that would rule the world with justice. In 1281, at nearly 90 years old, Ertuğrul Gazi passed away. He left behind no vast empire and no treasure, but he left his son a vision and a foundation strong enough to build one of the greatest empires in history, the Ottoman Empire. Ertuğrul Gazi's life remains partly veiled in legend and mystery. Yet there is no doubt that he was a leader of extraordinary courage and faith, a man who united his people in one of the most dangerous eras of history, gave them a homeland, and planted in his son's heart the dream of an empire that would shape the world for over 6 centuries. Ertuğrul Gazi, the unsung founder of a legacy that changed the course of history.